Perfect. Lovely to have you both in the hall and online to start the day together. Let's start in a seat. So you can cross your legs or come to a kneeling position. And just for a moment, close your eyes. And closing the eyes is a ritual on its own. In your imagination, you can create an invisible cloak or a dome around the building or your room, and really just with the closing of the eyes, create a space for yourself. And decide that for the next hour, anything outside that space, just for this hour, it just doesn't matter. We go inwards and connect with our own bodies, our own breaths, our own thoughts and feelings. So one of the ways to connect to the present moment and also to connect to the body, so to create what we call a body-mind connection, is to pay attention to your breath. So initially, just notice when your inhale starts, how you fill up, your body fills up with air. And then when you feel that you're full, it's the end of the inhale, and that is the start of your exhale. And you empty again. And just notice like the waves rolling into the beach, the in and the exhales. And pay attention to the subtle movements of the ribs of the rib cage. Where is the breath moving to? Does it stay up in towards the collarbones, or can you breathe down towards the heart space, all the way down towards the belly, maybe all the way down towards the pelvis? And sometimes for some people, when it comes to pranayama, as we call this, breathing exercises, it helps to count around 4 to 6 counts to slow down the breath when you inhale. And around 4 to 6 to exhale. And let's sit still for another couple of rounds of breaths. It almost feels strange to be in the beginning of a week. Life is full of beginnings and ends. Coming to the end of the year, there's a specific energy, a sense of closure, a sense for us in South Africa, big holiday time coming up, ticking boxes and letting things rest. Excited to maybe finish a year and start a new one. Well, all of this is just a concept. It's rules of calendars of beginnings and ends that we've agreed upon as a society. But as an individual, you can also create your own rituals, your own ceremonies. Every day is a new day. Every day is a gift. Every day is a moment to be grateful, to simply be alive. To feel the breath entering, which is prana, life force for your system. Fresh oxygen entering your system, breathing the fresh air in. And your very intelligent body, being, lets go of the toxicity when you breathe out. Maybe you'd like to work with an intention for this day, this week, or this last month and couple of weeks ahead of you. What would you like to cultivate for yourself? You design your own life by your own words and actions. So taking a moment to sit still and reflect on what you would like to invite or maybe let go of. Can be your intention of the practice, and that can have a ripple effect into the rest of this day and the rest of these couple of weeks. Maybe already setting yourself up as well for the new year. So if you enjoy it, you can bring your hands together in front of a heart. Again, a symbol, a ritual to start our practice, to set an intention. Or otherwise, a beautiful gesture is to dedicate your class to someone else in need. An option to bow your head, your intellect towards your heart. And then bring your arms up above you into the air. Stretch it out. And then twist over towards your right side. The one hand on the outside of the thigh, the other hand can come behind you. Lift from the crown of the head and press the back of the skull as if you are sitting against a wall. And then take 3 rounds of breath. Option to close your eyes. So your eyes are beautiful. They're beautifully outwards looking. But now it's time to look in. So at any stage, you can close your eyes and take the distraction of the outer world away. Take the arms up into the air. Now try to crush your legs in the other direction. You might not need your hands for that. Good. Lift up, breathe in. And then twist over towards the other side. Feel both sit bones and then breathe, space. Two more rounds of breath, around 4 counts to breathe in. Around 4 to 6 counts to breathe out. Inhale, bring the arms above your head. Your palms can touch, and then draw your hands to heart center and roll over your shins into child's pose. So let your big toes touch, knees can come nice and wide, and then let your hips just melt towards your heels and your head can rest. And this could be a nice moment to invite what we call Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is a breath in and out of the nose with a slight restriction in the back of the throat. And please know that you can return to this shape, to child's pose, whenever you want. If this is where you want to be, if this is what serves you this morning, then come back at any stage. Walk both hands over towards the right side, and maybe you place your left hand on top of the right and breathe towards that left lung. That's a space on the left side of the rib cage. Paying attention, focusing. Being right here, right now. Inhale, walk your hands over the mat to the other side and place your right hand on top of the left. Let your head rest for a moment. Feel the difference. The left side of the waist is short. The right side of the waist and the rib cage is long and spacious, and breathe in towards that right side. And then walk your hands back, coming to a tabletop, and you can tuck your toes and stretch the soles of the feet a little bit. Good. Hover your hips just above your heels and feel the stretch in the soles of the feet. Nice. Inhale, round the spine forward. Exhale, lift your sit bone and tailbone and come back with your hips. We move with our breath. Inhale to round forward. Exhale to hollow, and the tail leads. So it's a rounding forward, good. And when you come back, you let your tail and your sit bones lead. Let's take 3 more rounds. Option again to close your eyes, feel into your shoulders, your spine, your hips. Let the breath be your guide. So it's a coordination of breath and movement. Nice, beautiful pull, awesome work. Last one, come all the way forward and then place your elbows onto the floor with your thumbs pointing up. So it's like you're giving yourself a thumbs up. Nice. Take a deep breath in and then tuck your toes, come into elbow plank. Maybe walk your feet a little bit backwards. That's it. Maybe close your eyes. If you want to drop your knees back to the floor, you of course can do that at any time. One more deep breath in. Swings pose, hips to the floor, and then press your elbows into the floor. Nice. Open up. If for some reason you want more spaciousness, you want a little bit less intensity, walk your elbows a little forward. Take 3 more rounds of breath. Notice here and feel your breath. Take another breath in here. Nice, yogis. Bring your hands next to your rib cage and your face down to the floor. Slide your knees so you can tuck your toes and then slide your knees forward. I call this the emergency landing. Still actually need to find a real name for it. This helps you to engage your core, and then you press yourself backwards into downward facing dog. So lift your hips, maybe walk your hands forward and back. Good. Spine is nice and straight. Shake a yes or a no with your head. So your neck and your shoulders, yes, they are, of course, holding the shape, but there is a softness at the same time as well. Inhale, lift both heels up and away from the floor. Heels up, 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 up. Good. Feel the soles of the feet stretch. Bring your heels over to the right side. So you're on the sides of the feet, and then bend your knees. So your knees bend to the left. That's it. So you're still in a downward facing dog, but your lower body is kind of twisted. Lovely. Plank pose brings you forward onto the toes. Right knee to your nose. Exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Very, very nice. Exhale, runner's lunge. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Nice. You can come into fingertips. You can drop the knees. Stay here for 3 rounds of breath. I find it easier to be with myself, with my thoughts and feelings when I close my eyes, but we're all different. So just feel what feels good to you. Open up, connect with the body, flatten the palms, back to 3-legged dog. Yes, lift that leg all the way up. Very nice. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands this time. So if it seems like that's too far, just help the foot. Take it with your right hand. Now drop the left knee. Anjaneyasana, bring the arms up towards the sky. And then bring your hands to heart center. Twist towards the right and open the arms up. Good, that's it. Hold here. Breathe, looking good. Look to the front, low lunge with a twist. Left hand comes down, lift your back knee and lift your right arm up towards the sky. Very nice. Take one more deep breath in. Both hands frame your right foot, exhale. Look forward, inhale, wide pyramid pose. Straighten the legs, option to hop your left foot a little closer. Again, 3 rounds of breath, just warming up, connecting, feeling, opening up. One more deep breath in. Step both feet to the top of the mat and then place them hip width apart. Hold on to your opposite elbow and come into what we call a ragged dog. Really let your upper body dangle. Feel the lengthening sensations in the back of your body, the hamstrings, the calves, the lower back, upper back, maybe even in the neck and the shoulders. 3 more rounds of breath.
So specifically when you're still, let the breath be the dynamic element of this moment, of this shape. Drop the hands, inhale high mountain, press into the feet, come up, the arms come above your head, hands to heart center, and then come into a chair pose with your feet hip width apart. Yeah, you can even bounce a little as if you're standing on a boat or on a train. Good, and then we do our arms. I call, actually, because it's September, I call this the champagne bottle, just because it's December. So you go inhale, up, and over, and then you go exhale, sit back down. 2 more times. Inhale, open the wings. Exhale, close your wings. From the heart, boom, blossom open, and then fold all the way forward, soften your neck and shoulder. You can wing your arms here as well, halfway lift. So it's a lifting of the upper body, and then the arms come down. 2 more times. Inhale, back of the heart. Let the hands and the arms follow. 1 more time. Breathe in. Step back to downward facing dog. Hands to the top of the mat, feet to the back of the mat. Always measure quickly through a plank pose if you're not exactly sure, and then find your resting. So down dog becomes a resting shape where you can reset. If that's not the case, I would suggest to come to child's pose and make that your resting pose rather. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, lift your heels up and away from the floor. Heels over to the left side till you come to the sides of the feet, and then bend the knees over towards the right. Lovely. Straighten the arms. Weight in both hands. Look forward. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, left knee to your nose. That's it. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Look forward, runner's lunge. Step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Onto your fingertips. Right knee can come down. 3 rounds of breath. And again, maybe as a ritual, as a committing to self, close your eyes and breathe. Lovely yogis. Flatten palms, up back to three-legged dog. Take a deep breath in. Look forward, feet in between your hands, back knee down. Anjaneyasana, arms come up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Hands to heart center. And you twist around your own spine. So it's like a corkscrew. Take a deep breath in and open the arms wide. One reaching forward, looking good. One reaching forward, one reaching back. Stay with your breath. Look to the floor, to your front foot. Low lunge with a twist. Right hand down, right knee up. And then you can look down or up towards your left hand. Twist it. Nice. And Fran, if you step your back foot a little bit to the right. So the back foot step. Yes, do you feel the difference? Now you're more stable. Take another deep breath in here. Both hands down towards the floor. Step both feet to the top of the mat. Hip width apart and let your head hang heavy. Option to hold on to the elbows again. And then we sway a little over to the right and sway over a little bit to the left. What can you soften? What can you strengthen? Think of the element of water. It's both soft and strong. Rise up, inhale, come to a standing position, arms above your head, hands to heart center, and then come sit down into that little squat. Maybe a little bit of a bouncy elasticity feeling. Take a deep breath in, a champagne bottle, inhale, and we fold forward immediately, exhale. Inhale, wing your arms. Exhale, plank pose, step the feet back, and then shift the weight a little bit forward. Another deep breath in here, all the way to the tummy. You can use your knees if you want to, and then lie all the way flat. Point your toes and reach your hands towards your heels. So you're lifting up
through the reaching of the fingers. Neck is in line with the rest of the spine. And now take 3 rounds of breath here. A little harder to breathe because you're lying on your chest and your tummy and your lungs. But try to stay slow and deep through the breath. One more deep breath in. Peel another set of ribs off the floor. Reach the fingers. Hands next to the rib cage. Slide the knees in. You can use your toes. Take a deep breath in. Down dog. Press your hips back towards the heels and then lift them up towards the sky. A deep breath into the nose. A nice sigh out of the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Inhale through the nose. Sigh it out. Let's flow with the breath. Inhale, lift your heels up and away from the floor. Exhale, heels over to the right, knees bent towards the left. Come forward into plank pose. Breathe in. Right knee to your nose. Breathe out. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Lift it up. Now you step the foot in between your hands. Exhale. Take a moment here and come to warrior 2. So flatten the back heel and press into the feet to come up and over into warrior 2. Yeah, nice. Soften the shoulders. So for me, in order to soften my shoulders, it often helps to turn my palms. Then my shoulders can be more soft and away from the ears. And then I just turn the hands. Nice. Reverse warrior, right arm comes up and over. And the right knee reaches forward while the right hand reaches up for 3. Yeah, nice. Looking good. 2. Extended side angle. Bring your right arm down and your left arm up and over. Again, 3 rounds of breath. Feeling into the shape. Reverse triangle, straighten both legs, lift the right arm back up. So you're changing sides with the upper body. Hold for 3, 2. Wimble down to your low lunge. Into side plank. Sorry to turn my back to you. It's your front foot that steps on top of the right foot. Now there's an option to drop your left knee to the floor, if that's what you prefer, or you can stack your feet or bring them in front of each other. A little wobbling is fine. Strengthening, connecting. Take another deep breath in and just change sides. Right hand down, flip the feet, left arm up towards the sky. Yeah, looking good. Where's your drishti? Where's your breath? Breathe in together. Left elbow to the floor, right elbow to the floor. Come to dolphin pose. Now, instead of having the thumbs pointing up, glue them to the floor. On the inhale, you walk your feet forward. On the exhale, you press your hips away from the thighs towards your hips, excuse me. So see with your breath where you can go. The inhale, tippy toes the feet further forward. The exhale is pressing into the elbows, and you stay here for 3 rounds of breath. We call this dolphin pose. It's downward facing dog on your elbows. It's a tricky one. Let the breath be here to support you. Take another deep breath in. Knees to the floor, a moment of stillness, hands to thighs, close the eyes and take 3 rounds of breath. Just feel, notice what you think, notice what you're feeling, and stay with your breath. Hands back down towards the floor. Tuck your toes, plank pose to downward facing dog. Bend your knees and look forward, and then step or jump the feet to the top of the mat. They can be hip width apart, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Fold forward, soften your neck, knees, and shoulders. Rise to a standing position, arms above your head. Take a deep breath in. And bring your hands into your vortex chair. We call this a vortex chair. It's hip width apart, and you're bouncing a little. Take a deep breath in and bring your right knee up into the air. Lovely. Now bring your hands around the shin and bring your leg as close to your chest as possible. Wind removal pose, option to turn. Yeah, keep your eyes on the drishti. Keep your eyes on the drishti. Drishti means a focus point for your eyes. So if you look at something that moves, it's harder to keep your balance. Nice. Tree pose. Your foot can come onto the ankle, the calf, or on the inside of the thigh. The toes can point down or even forward, which is more of a fluidous way of doing things, where everything is bent and soft. You find your drishti, arms can come up. Your eyes are focused. You're paying attention to the breath. Now bring your right hand to the inside of the knee and then bring the other arm up and over. So it's a willow tree. Nice, 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 nice. Knee back up into the sky. Inhale, single leg Tadasana. Exhale, low flying warrior. Start to extend the leg behind you. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Wobble is good. It just creates new connection. Fantastic. Hold for 3, 2. Big step back, crescent lunge. Both feet down towards the earth and bring your arms up towards the sky. Nice. Take a deep breath in. Hands to heart center. Hover the right knee just above the floor. Open the arms up to the sides. Take another deep breath in here. Rainbow warrior. Turn the right toes out and flex your front foot. So it's the other way around. Yeah, so your left leg is straight and your right knee is bent. That's it, that's it. Nice. Flying star pose, but make your feet parallel, bend the knees, prasarita, fold your body all the way over. And now we stay here for 3, 4 rounds of breath. If you want to do something different with your arms, you can. You can interlace them behind. You can let them hang around your head. You can hold on to the back of your ankles. There's lots that you can do here. Or you can just keep it simple and let the arms hang down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Walk your hands to the top of the mat and frame your foot. Step back, plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Chaturanga, bend both elbows. Inhale, our first upward facing dog of the practice. If you prefer a cobra, please do so. Now come to plank pose with your toes pointed. Yeah, feel your core engage and then come to downward facing dog, flip over the feet. Yes, very nice option there, friend, to use the knees. Take a deep breath into the nose and a nice sigh out of the mouth. Inhale, lift both heels up and away from the floor. Heels to the left, knees to the right. There we go. Feel the lengthening and the strengthening. Look forward, plank pose, inhale. Left knee to your nose, exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lengthen. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands and then pause for a moment. First, ground to the feet. So place the right heel down. You can even bend that right knee a little. And then with that strength, that space, you come up into warrior 2. Reshuffle the feet if need be. And then feel a softness into the shoulder. Reconnect to the breath. Your drishti can be on your left hand or somewhere else. Keep it focused. Pay attention to the breath, to the sensations in the body. Lift your left arm up, reverse warrior. Yeah, that's it. Feel the space on the left side of the body. One more deep breath in. Change sides with the arms. Left hand down, right arm up. Straighten the legs, change the arms, reverse Trikonasana, lift up for 3,
A little bend in the knees is safest for your joints. 2, low lunge, wimble your hands down to the floor. Pause for a moment, flatten through the right palm, step into your side plank. Now you can take a different option. Of course, you can drop the right knee to the floor. Otherwise, you can do a tree pose here. So can you bring your foot onto the ankle, the calf, or maybe even on the thigh? And your knees can even be bent. I like to drop my left arm. It's hanging in, it's dangling. Really working into the elasticity. And there's a sense of softness, even though you are also very, very strong in this shape. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more deep breath in. Change sides. First, set up your side plank. Maybe drop to the left knee. Once you've got your side plank, you can add your tree pose variation. All optional. All optional. Then you can let your right arm dangle if that feels nice. We call it an elephant trunk in Fluidas. So it's like a swaying softness while the body is so strong from the inside. Let's take a deep breath in, look down to the floor. Bring your right elbow down, left elbow down. Elbows are shoulder width apart. Glue the thumbs to the floor and come back into your dolphin. So breathe into tippy toe the feet forward. Breathe out to press your chest away from the elbows towards the thighs. Notice where your edge is and then breathe. Breathe into the edge. Maybe after a couple of moments, you're like, hey, I've got more space. I can walk a little bit more forward. 2 more rounds of breath here. Take another deep breath in, knees to the floor, child's pose, or a seated moment of meditation. Just to check in, just to feel, just to breathe. Maybe a sigh. Feel your heart rate, the temperature of the skin. This is a felt sense experience into the body, into feeling, into listening to the subtle messages of the body, into intuition. Down dog, hands to the top of the mat, tuck your toes, lift your hips. We're just going to transition forward. So maybe you make your down dog a little shorter, bend the knees, look towards your hands, take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. On the inhale, hop to the top of the mat or step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, you can use your wings to fly. Fold forward, soften your neck and your shoulders. Rise up, high mountain, arms above your head. Keep your feet hip width apart and bring your hands to heart center. Bounce a little. Yeah, as if you're on a train or a tram. Good. Feel the weight shift from one foot to the other. And then shift the weight towards your right foot and lift your left knee in towards your chest. Find your drishti for a moment. Hands around the shin, wind removal pose. Circle with the foot if that feels nice to just loosen up through the ankle. Nice focus, friend. That's it. A little smile on your face. Always helps. Good. Tree pose. Your option. So many options. Ankle, calf. Let's avoid the knee. And then you can bring your foot on the thigh. So the thigh, I used to point the toes down, parallel to the thigh bone, but now with Fluidas, I like to bend that right knee, and then the sole of the foot sits on the inside of the thigh, so the knee is pointing more forward. Less of an external rotation, more softness, but just see how that feels. Arms reach up towards the sky. Initially, it feels really weird, but it feels more spacious and safe for my hips. And bring your left hand down, willow tree, up and over. Can you soften the fingers almost and stay really strong and connected through the core? Come back to your breath. Whoop, I also need to keep my eyes on my drishti. I wanted to check you out because you look so good. Inhale, knee back up to the sky.
Low flying warrior. Slowly start to extend that left leg behind you and tilt your chest forward. You can have a soft bend in the knees. Again, there's always a sense of I can bounce. I can use the elasticity of my body. Yes, a nice big step back, land, reshuffle, arms up to the sky, into your crescent lunge, that's it. Now, if you feel that you're wobbly, it might be because your feet are just standing too much behind each other. So if you bring your left foot a little out to the left, your right foot a little out to the right, you're on trail tracks, train tracks, it's a little easier. Hands come to heart center. Start to drop the left knee down, open up a twist. Yeah, notice what you feel. Come back to your breath. Take one more deep breath in. Rainbow warrior, start to straighten the right leg and bend your left knee. Yeah, you've got it. You've got it, you've got it, you've got it. Through center parallel the feet, breathe in. A star variation with parallel feet, bend the knees, fold forward, soften your neck and your shoulders. 3 rounds of breath. Option to close your eyes and really be with your breath. Oh, it feels good to move and to breathe and to start our day like this together. Your breath is your guide. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to the top of the mat, lift your left heel and frame that foot. Plank pose, step back, breathe in. You can choose to do a flow or go straight to down dog. So Vinyasa flow would be high plank on the toes or the knees, half plank, and then you can do cobra or upward facing dog. And then plank with points, toes pointed, and then flip over the feet into downward facing dog. Very, very nice. Take a deep breath into the nose and a nice sigh. We'll flow again. Lift your heels up and away from the floor. Nice and high, stretch the feet. Heels to the right, knees to the left. Feel that lateral stretch. Weight in both hands. Look forward, inhale, plank pose. Right knee to your nose, exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg lifts up towards the sky. Step the foot in between your hands, exhale, pause. First, warrior 2 feet. Your foundation is through the feet and then lift up and over. Yeah. See what feels nice? I like to have both knees bent. So I feel like I'm riding a surfboard or something. Reverse warrior, right arm up and over. Feel the length, feel the space, feel the breath. Extended side angle, right arm down, left arm up. Your right knee stays bent. Now we straighten both legs, reverse Trikonasana, right arm up towards the sky. Prepare to balance into a half moon. So here you can hop your left foot a little closer, bring the right hand to the floor in front of your right foot and open the left hip. The left hand can dangle or reach up. Just notice what feels good. Find your drishti, find your drishti. If you want to test peeling your right hand off the floor, start with your thumb and your pinky, and then maybe keep your index finger and your middle finger on the floor. Go slow, wobble a little. Maybe you just have your index finger on the floor, and then that one can start to peel off the floor as well. What can you soften? Hold for 3, 2. It's a Shiva squat to close. So coming to a little bowl all the way down. Nice. Step back, lunge pose. Low lunge to side plank. You've been here before. Left hand comes down, right foot comes up. And now you can play with any variation. You can be in this, you can do a wild thing by stepping the right foot behind. You can do a tree variation. Hold. For 3, 2, change side, right hand down, swivel the feet,
and choose your variation, your expression of this shape. Nice, friend. Good. Yes. Focus your eyes. Hold and breathe for 3, 2. Inhale, look down to the floor. Exhale, dolphin pose. So yes, elbows to the floor, hands flat. Now, if you want to play with the arm balance, you can lift your right leg and start to kick slowly up. Up, 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 up. I like to, when the right leg is up, I like to try for my left toe whoop, to just clap my right knee, but do so slowly and controlled. If you want to stay in dolphin, that's also fine. I like to go up on an inhale and then breathe towards the pelvis. Haha. For 3, 2, embryo pose or kneeling. Just a moment of you. Nice. We're getting to the end here. We're getting warm. I like that you're having fun. That's always good. Feel the heart rate, a little bit out of breath of the effort. And also fear comes up when we do inversions. And the system, your being, starts to come a little bit into protection mode. So the heart rate comes up, the temperature comes up, the breath goes faster. Just notice all of that. It's beautiful to feel, to notice how your body reacts to different poses, different situations. Hands forward, tuck your toes, come back into downward facing dog. One more bit of flow. Lift your heels up and away from the floor. Take a deep breath in. Heels to the left, knees over towards the right. Feel that nice lateral stretch. So bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees. Look forward, inhale, plank pose. Left knee to your nose, exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Lengthen your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, and then pause. Take your time. First, set up the feet for warrior 2. Ground, and then come up and over. Nice fall. That's it, Adria. Are you good there? Turning. Good. Nice, Marali. That's it, Jana. Reverse your warrior. Left arm up and over. Oh, make it feel good. Extended side angle. Left arm down. Right arm up and over. Yes. Last bit of standing. Try to stay with your breath. Reverse Trikonasana. Straighten. Prepare. Breathe in. Half moon. Start to hop the right foot a little closer. You can even use a prop if you've got a block or something to put your hand on. Otherwise, use the floor. Soft bend in the left knee. Hold and breathe. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Wobbling is part of this game. Falling out of it is part of it too if you're learning something new. Take a deep breath in. Nice, yogis. Shiva squat. Left knee behind your right knee. Long step back, low lunge. This is your last side planks. Right arm down, left foot stacked. Anything that works for you. We did a figure 4 last week. In that case, you have to flatten your left foot and then your right knee becomes available. And or your right leg, you can figure 4 that one. We've done that, I think, last week and the week before, which is quite yummy. All right, change sides. Swivel, swivel, swivel. Just feel the strength, the space. That's it, friend. Looking good. One more deep breath in. Yes, elbow plank to dolphin. To maybe forearm balance. So we did I did the right leg up on the other side. So left leg goes up here. And then you breathe in to come up. Not for everyone, but yoga practices are for everyone. So we give everyone an opportunity to play
with what feels good to their bodies. For 3, 2, let's all meet in embryo pose, knees together, hands towards your feet. And just take a moment to soften, to melt your shoulders, to breathe, soften the jaw. Well done. Hands come back forward. Last downward facing dogs of the class. So lift your hips up. Right leg up for a 3-legged dog and a half pigeon. So bring your right knee to the front of the mat. To the right, towards the right hand. Your shin is diagonally. Yeah. And I like to turn that knee a little in. So the left heel is falling out to the side. You can stay up. Yeah, looking good. Or you can come down onto your elbows. Even all the way down. Using your hands as a pillow for your head. And we stay. Bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your left toes, lift up. You can even lift up back to 3-legged dog or just a mini one, and then step to a runner's lunge. Drop the back knee down, make your stance quite short, and then lift up. See if you can find your balance. If the balance is tricky, move the right foot a little over to the right. Now this might not be for everybody, but you can bring your left heel towards your left bum. Maybe with one hand on your thigh, if you've got a wall close by. Now try for your right, no, that's your left heel, to kiss your bum. And then from there, you might be able to come more forwards. 3 rounds of breath. Gently let go and come into a half split. Straighten the legs. You can round forward or keep your chest up. The options are there for you to feel in to what feels good to you. One is not better than the other. You can just try both and go like, oh yes, this is where I want to be. Or, uh-oh, I need to do this more. That can also be the case. Okie dokie, a runner's lunge, step back, and then come to a half pigeon on the left side. So the left knee comes to the outside of the left hand. I like to turn that right knee slightly in, so the heel is falling out to the side. Just go to a point where you feel some stretch or some sensation. It doesn't have to be a lot. A little is enough to make change, and then time and just breathing will do the rest. Slowly bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes. You don't even have to come all the way back. We're just going to transition into a runner's lunge. See if you can find the balance, maybe make your stance a little shorter. Now, I know that when you move backwards with your hips, for some, I'm now holding onto the wall, so you can also hold onto the floor. For someone, it's easy. For some of you, it will be easier to maybe find that connection between the right heel and the right bum, but you don't have to do it. Remember, you can just stay down. Whoop, it is a bit wobbly. Not for everyone. Hoopla. So breath. Without slingshotting, be gentle with the body, slowly let go. And then this time around, you're just going to come into a seat. So bring your right leg closer to the left. Oh yeah, half splits. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, thank you. I was already thinking Shavasana, Shavasana, Savasana, but yes, she's right. We need to do this one too. Almost there. Nice and sweaty there, Paul. Good. All right. Now we transition to that seated position. I'm not sure, but if you are cold, it might be a good idea to put some clothing on. Otherwise, just gently roll onto your back. I'm going to give you a minute to do whatever feels good to your body. I will give you some options. So an option could be leg up the wall, happy baby pose, a spinal twist of around 4 or 5 breaths to the one side, and then 4 or 5 breaths to the other side, or any other pose that's calling your name at the moment. Shoulder stance, if you feel comfortable with that. Plow pose. It's all good. And if you feel like an early Shavasana, it's a gift. The bliss, that quiet, that feeling of ease. And then we all make our way and finish whatever you're doing. And then we all slowly settle into our Shavasana. Total stillness. Integrate with practice into the deeper layers of your being. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a deep breath out of the mouth. And maybe for a moment, place your hands on your body, your tummy, your heart. And just feel the breath rising and falling underneath your hands. What a wonderful way to start this new day, this new week. Notice your energy levels during this time of the year. There's a lot of, we're not in our own rhythm, which is wonderful. We can let go of certain things, but there's also a lot of socializing. So take moments for yourself to just go, hey, how am I doing? What do I need? Do I need some time on my own to just read a book or spend some time in nature? As beautiful as it is to socialize, it's the yin and the yang, the doing and the being. So make this beautiful season, this holiday, also about yourself, recharging, rediscovering, regenerating, resetting. You can start to hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze and a hug, and then roll onto your side. And from your side, you gently press yourself up towards the seat, cross-legged or kneeling. Your eyes may still be closed, reminding yourself of that cloak or that invisible kind of dome. And as we open our eyes, it's that symbol or the ceremony of, yes, we are ready to share our energy again with the outer world. You may place your hands in front of the heart, reminding yourself of the intention. And let's step off our mat with a grateful heart for our health and our well-being. And the fact that we have time to practice yoga and just connect with ourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It was an honor and pleasure to guide you this morning. Namaste. Take your time. I'm just going to say goodbye to the online yogi.
Thanks, Joëlle.